As an athlete being recruited for any sport, I think number one, you need to look at academics. And do they offer the programs and the degrees and the type of classes, maybe even the size of classes that you want for your future? I think that has to be number one. You got to look at the academics. I also think the environment and the setting is important. I know for me, when I walked on campus, I just knew that that was where I was supposed to be. It was a gut feeling, and I've always used that with my athletes over the years, and I said, go visit the school and see what it feels like. Can you see yourself on campus? Can you see yourself playing in that gym? Can you see yourself playing for that coach? And I think the environment is really important. Do you want a small school? Do you want a larger school? Do you want small classrooms? Do you want larger classrooms with maybe 100 students in them? Mm-hmm. These are all things to consider. Look at the town that your college is located in. I think a good thing to do too is sometimes take the equation of removing the university and asking yourself, can you see yourself in this town? Mm-hmm. And then you remove the town and you say, can you see yourself at this university? And I think if you can see yourself there, walking around, moving around, taking classes there, then that's really, really important. And then obviously for the particular sport that you're being recruited for, I think that you need to consider the coach, you need to consider your teammates, and then you look at the systems, the style of play that they utilize. Are they, for instance in basketball, do they like to run the ball, or are they more of a half-court, do they have more of a half-court offense? And you have to look at those things, but those are secondary, I think, to academics and the environment and the coach. So many times I've had athletes go to schools and they land there and the coach is not exactly what they had anticipated, the style of coach. And that's really important. If the coach is going to be a non-relational, not putting an emphasis on relationships, are you going to be able to thrive in that environment? And so you have to ask yourself, what kind of coach do I want to play for? Now, if you can get all those pieces in place, that's great. Yeah. But that doesn't always happen. So sometimes you have to sacrifice something for the other things that are important to you. Obviously, the finances come into play, but if you're getting a full ride, we're talking here about different levels of play. Sometimes you might get a full ride, sometimes you might have to pay to play. And I've certainly had many athletes that have had to pay just to play the sport at like a Division III university, for instance. But there usually is some financial aid attached to their packages, and so that comes into play. But like I said, that's very secondary. But if you're not happy where you are, it doesn't matter. The other things won't come into play. If you're not happy in the environment that you're in, then those other things don't matter.
Yeah, I think that Vicki said it all. If you're not happy, then it's hard that the other things follow. Everything that she said is so important. Is the university far away from home? Do I want to go far away from home? Do I want to be closer to home? Is the size of the university, is it something that I'm looking for? Do I want something smaller? Do I want something bigger? The same, the coaching styles, is this the kind of basketball, that I'm going to be happy with, that I feel like I'm going to be challenged and be able to, in 4 years, feel very fulfilled with my career that I had here. Academically, do they offer the courses that I want? And if after 2 years and I want to go to a different major, which happens a lot, will I be happy changing my major and going into different classrooms? It's just everything, I think, you have to look at in order to make the right choice. And sometimes you don't make the right choice. There's many people that have transferred to other schools looking for that right choice. And of course, if you're an athlete now, you'll have to suffer and sit out a year. But it's all about trying to fulfill that dream that you have to be a college athlete and be successful and have a career afterwards when you graduate. So it's everything in a big bubble. And like Coach said, if you can get it all, Amen. Amen. But if you can't, then you just gotta have to sacrifice and grow and mature with that choice you made and make the best of it.